大家好，我是 Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to introduce a very special character, 着. This topic is also from one of the comments. Thank you very much. The reason why I say this character is special is because this character has 4 different pronunciations. 着, 着, zhāo, zhāo. Each pronunciation has different meanings. Today, I will mainly introduce the first pronunciation, 着, because the usage of this pronunciation is the most confusing, the most complex, and the most common in Mandarin speaking. When it's pronounced as 着, it has no tone. It's an auxiliary word, and it always follows verb. Verb, 着. When we use 着 to describe a verb, we actually change a single action to a continuous state. For examples, 拿 means take or grab. Everyone can pick one. 我拿这个，我拿这个. I take this one. If I say, hey, Jenny, 你拿着这个，你拿着这个. 拿着 means hold, hold. So we actually change a single action, take, to a continuous state, hold. 站 means stand. It's just the one single action. 站着 means standing, standing. You have to know it's different with progressive tense. When we use 着 to change do something to doing something, it's not changed to progressive tense. It changes to a state. For examples, oh, I have to explain this job to you. Firstly, 你需要站着工作. So this is the first very popular structure. Verb 着 plus an action. And this action will be the dominant action. 你需要站着工作. 需要 means need. 工作 work. The dominant action is work. 工作. 你需要工作. How? In what kind of state? Standing. So you need to keep standing to work. 笑. 笑 means smile. 笑着 smiling. Jenny 笑着说. Jenny 笑着说. Okay, verb 着 plus another action. So 说 is a dominant action. Jenny 说. How did Jenny say? 笑着. Jenny said something with a smile on her face. Let's do a comparison when we use 着 or without 着. 你看着，他不会去的. And 你看，他不会去的. What's the difference with these two expressions? Now we know 着 is used to change action to a state, right? So the second part is the same. 他不会去的. He's not going. The first part I said 你看着，他不会去的. I said you keep watching. So it means I think he's not going. I'm telling you he's not going. If you don't believe me, then keep watching. We haven't known the result yet, right? 看 means see, watch, or look. So the second expression is like you see he's not going. It means we already know the result. I told you he's not going. See? 你坐着，我去拿。你坐着，我去拿。And 你坐，我去拿。So the second part is I go to grab. The first expression is 你坐着. It means you keep sitting. Now the person already sat there, right? And the second expression is 你坐，我去拿. It means the person hasn't sat yet. So I say have a seat, 我去拿. Now let's take a look at the other popular structure. Verb 着, verb 着 means do and do. So we're gonna repeat verb 着, verb 着, verb 着. To express somebody remains a state of doing something. For examples, 我们走着走着看见了一座桥。我们走着走着看见了一座桥。看见 means see. zuó is a quantifier. It's used to describe many architectures. 桥 bridge. So we saw a bridge. Before seeing this bridge, what were we doing? We were walking. We kept walking and walking and then saw a bridge. So we walked and walked, then saw a bridge. 她听着听着哭了。Jenny was listening to a familiar song. So this song reminded her of her grandpa. So that's why 她听着听着哭了。哭 cry. So she cried. In what kind of state? She was listening and listening, then cried. William 说着说着笑了。William talked and talked, then smiled. He must have thought of something funny. So that's why he smiled. He talked and talked and then smiled. Now we can tell in this kind of expression, the second part is a consequence of our whole expression. We kept doing something and then something happened. So we can use verbed. It means do and then. We also can use verb to describe a thing. When we translate the door is open, in Chinese we can say 门开着, 门开着. We use 开着 directly to describe the door. 电脑关着, 电脑关着. 电脑 means computer. The computer is turned off. We use 关着 to describe the state of this computer. 雨还下着. 雨 means rain. 下 fall. 还 still. In English, it means it's still raining. In English, when the subject is a something, we will use it as a virtual subject, right? In Chinese, we don't need any virtual subject. We can use something to make expression directly. So 雨还下着, 下着 is used to describe the state of the rain. The next popular structure is to use a verb to replace there is, there are. In English, we will say there is a computer on the desk. It's not a human, so we have to use there is. But in Chinese, it's different. We can use something has something. We only have one word to express has, have, there is, there are. So when we translate this sentence, we can directly say the desktop has a computer. On the desk, in Chinese, we would say 桌上, 桌上. 桌 means desk. 上 means on top of something or on the surface of something. 墙上, 墙 means wall. So 墙上 means on the wall. We can use 桌上 as subject. 桌上有一台电脑. 台 is a quantifier which is used to describe machines or equipments. Now, if we want to make a fancy expression, then we can say 桌上放着一台电脑. We use 放 verb 着 to replace 有. We don't know who put the computer there, but the computer must be put on the desk by somebody. We use 放. 放 is a very general word to express put. So we can say 桌上放着一台电脑. There is a person in the car. So it's the same. We're gonna switch to something has something. 车里 in the car in Chinese, 车里. 车 means car. 里 inside. So 车里 can be a subject. 车里有一个人. That's very simple translation. If we want to use verb 着 to make it more vivid, and we can say 车里坐着一个人. Mostly the person has to sit in the car, right? So 车里坐着一个人. So did you find when we use verb 着 to replace 有, it sounds more vivid and give you more imaginations. You also can try to use this kind of expression in your writing. Last but not the least, many people are confused about the difference between 在 and 着. Now I have to make it clear. Verb 着, even it means doing something, but it's not progressive tense. Just a continuous state. It's not a continuous tense. But 在 do something means doing something. We use 在 to make a progressive tense. Let's analyze the difference with examples. Hey, did you see that guy? 他在看我。他在看我。He is looking at me. We also can say 他在看着我。他在看着我。He is keeping looking at me. These two expressions are actually the same. In my second expression, I just use a continuous state to describe this person's continuous action. Did you get it? Like 他在看我，他在看着我 actually is the same meaning. Let's take a look at another example. 他看着我，没有说话。他看着我，没有说话。没有说话 means not saying. So he didn't say a word, just looking at me. In this expression, dominant action should be didn't say anything. In this expression, you cannot use 在. You are not supposed to use a progressive tense to express that situation. Next, 你在干什么？我在吃饭。我在吃饭。So I answer with a progressive tense. No problem, right? I cannot answer with 我吃着饭。吃着饭 is just a state. It sounds like unfinished expression. But I can answer with 你在干什么？我在吃着饭玩游戏。我在吃着饭玩游戏。I still use the 在 to make a progressive tense. And also I use 吃着饭 to describe my state. The dominant action is 玩游戏。我玩游戏。I play video games while eating. That's everything for today. In my next video, I am going to continue introduce the other pronunciations of this character. If you have any questions, welcome to leave your comments. Again, thank you for watching and see you next time. 再见。